You know what would be the ultimate weapon to survive Zombie Island? Using our imaginations here. A burning savior. A TDR savior with fire element. And a Type 5 barrel for max accuracy. With a masher equalizer mounted on the underside. You know me, you know how if you're one of my regulars, you know how I like combination weapons. It doesn't have to be a grenade launcher slung underneath. It could also be a shotgun. I don't really need this. I wanted to have it as a backup electric textbook INTJ tendency to have a contingency plan. And in this episode, I'm going to finish up the Arid Badlands. I distinctly prefer revolvers for my as utility weapons unless I'm running mercenary with SMG ammo regen. Imagine what that would look like, though, that SMG masher combo weapon I described. I guess its real-world equivalent would be any Stoner Sullivan-based.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Like an M4, which is available in 9mm SMG format. Not a bullpup, but to make a bullpup variation of this would be totally legit also. And what I described was a bullpup. But if you're familiar with the what's it called? The 612. It's a modular breaching shotgun with a revolving cylinder.
Can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well armed.
18-round Cobra. Low damage for its level because it's a TDR with a Type 1 body and also a Type 4 barrel, a Type 5 barrel. A Type 4 barrel would overcome that. Especially if it combine Type 3 or 4 barrel with a type 3, 4, or 5 body. The best combination being barrel 4 and body 5. I know I've mentioned that before, but it's worth reiterating until it becomes standard procedure for everyone. Still resisting the urge to go check the shops, because at this point I think the lowest level stuff you find is 28 in this particular region of this DLC on Playthru-1. Wouldn't mind getting my mitts on a bladed shotgun. I know I sold my level 25 shotgun, even though it had barrel 4. I am hoping I find one, a level 25 Dahl shotgun that has barrel 3 or barrel 4 or barrel 5. Oh look, my second legendary, and it's a Tediore. It's a defender, and it's a corrosive defender with barrel 2 and a type 1 cylinder. So I found 2 legendaries so far that are over-leveled and off-brand, so to speak. And both corrosive. The first was a level 34 Pestilent Defiler. BL1 legendaries are relatively common, as are Tediore and SNS. Well, not all of them. The Equalizer and the Thanatos are probably the most common legendaries. But it's like I often say, some of the most common legendaries are some of the most universally useful.
Step right up. Best prices available on all weapons and gear.
896751. Not bad, not bad. Something else I'd like to have for level 25 is a Stomper or Cobalt. So far I've had one or more Stompers per level on which they occur. 2 on 7, 1 on 16, and I came across another one which I determined it to be evenly matched, if I recall, so I didn't buy it. Don't pay attention only to damage, especially on Playthru-1. Oftentimes on Playthru-1, accuracy is more important than damage.
What do you need, an invitation? Come here. Did you get lost already?
Once you're on Playthru 2.5, that can be different. Level 7. Don't insult me. Dahl SMGs in Borderlands 2 are most similar in design to SMGs in general in Borderlands 1 because they're bullpups. Torg makes it's either a burst fire only or a select fire SMG. It's one of their legendaries. It's called the Gasher.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Landolf has your needs covered.
There's a Type 4 cylinder, but that's barrel 2. I don't do barrel 2. Not if I have a choice, that is. And I don't do elemental repeaters. For me, an elemental has to be either full auto or something that delivers its effect with reasonable consistency. Or preferably with absolute consistency, hence my preference for elemental revolvers. One reason why I chose Dahl over Malawan for Lil
Do you need something?
is because although Malawan's elementals are the best, Dahl's elementals are good enough if an elemental is what I need. And they can be made even more awesome by Lil because of her siren abilities. I'll skip. No, I gotta see what's in that chest. But apart from serviceable elementals, Dahl also makes mashers, stompers, and double anarchies. And Lil starts out with the Dahl SMG, and Dahl makes the Mercenary and Firefly class mods. Either a masher or fire. Great for zombies.
Aim for the head! That's where the pudding is!
With fire, I don't need to aim for the head. Unless if I need a brain, which of course I don't at this juncture, shotgun. Level 5, don't insult me. There we go. Payload rifle. That'll replace my other one. Something else Dahl makes that I like. Explodey sniper rifles. Well, anyone who makes sniper rifles makes explodey ones except Jacobs. It was worth it. Well, Well, I got that exploding sniper rifle, so it was worth it. Oh.
If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs.
I don't know about its body, but the rest is built from Type 1 parts. Which I'm willing to tolerate, because it's an explodey go-nuts. Two frivolous tactical reloads in a row. Hell, I don't feel like dealing with all of these.
Do me a favor. Would you buy first aid so that I won't have to fix you up later?
Wake up, turret! Now I've got weapons in all elements, and I've got power weapons as well. Multi-projectile weapons. Good variety going on. Figures I'd missed the first shot. Because I have scopes on everything. Everything has scopes on it when iron sights are what I want. Cock it, then reload, then cock again. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. That's video game logic. What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on precisely jack squat. Vicious. I forget what that prefix means. Last night I dreamed I was doing a Vladoff Allegiance run as Roland. Yes, I actually dreamed that. And I dreamed that my weapons were really weak. I think the reason for that how did I miss? Because I don't need a scope at that range.
Really good at this.
Anyway, I think the reason my weapons were weak in that dream is because Vladov machine guns are level 4 and their sniper rifles are level 5. Most likely due to some programming oversight. And they remain that way for a long time. Now I can sell that placeholder sniper rifle. See, it was good that I went there. And once again, I forgot to illustrate how that one door works. You can go in and out. As long as you don't cross some certain threshold. I'm not exactly sure what that threshold is. I prefer the Bruiser over the Stinger. This didn't impress me. And I don't need this anymore. Type 4 barrel. This is built from good parts. It's only too bad it's not a level 10. Should I leave something behind? No. Let's see if it'll skip 20 seconds again. Yep.
Dahl's guns absorb a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate throughout the fight.
This is overscoped for its barrel type. Sticking with the one I've got. Level 5 sniper rifle. Don't insult me. Liquid Wrath, one of my favorite types of sniper rifles. I think the liquid prefix means crit bonus, and I forget what the Wrath name means, but it's an explodey, liquid explodey. That's like a double whammy of awesome. Crit bonus plus explodey. Explodey go nuts a go-go. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Oh, you know what?
Fuller combines good damage, high fire rate, and recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
Same parts. I don't know about the body, but it's Type 1 barrel, Type 1 stock, Type 1 scope. Or sight. Sight 1. No, I'm not going to go check all those shops. Oh, you know what I should have done? Since what I really need is a class mod now to have almost all of my bases covered, all the bases that are unlocked. Bases being a figurative term in this context. I should have gone right to Headstone Mine to try to find a class mod. Level 16 Mercenary or Firefly.
Look at you roll.
I predict that my first class mod will be Firefly.
I sure got you right now.
Enough walking.
In which case my weapon of choice will likely be an incendiary revolver or SMG. This is like a designated marksman's payload rifle, if there ever was such a thing. Or a hybrid of a payload rifle and a designated marksman's rifle, because it's not a very long-range rifle by sniper standards. .287 boosted to .373. What went wrong there? I don't think that was the rifle's fault. That wasn't my fault. Just bizarre happenstance, I guess.
All this stuff.
Good arm. I think I'll switch back to fire.
I'm really good at this.
Hold on just a moment. Someone's contacting me with, I don't know, TeamViewer or something. Just a moment. I'm back. Exactly what I needed. That took more shots than I feel it should have. Really? Well, I am kind of putting myself out there. So to speak. Yeah. I made the right purchase, didn't I? Morty-style weapons. Revolver and sniper rifle. Revolver and sniper rifle. That's a pretty good one. Better barrel, better stock, but it's not an exploding.
More meat for me.
And it has the same basic Type 1 scope. Now I'm starting to overestimate my equipment. Also, I think I need to switch back to the masher.
First aid kit, and yeah, we're on the no guarantees. You can always count on Marcus guns.
Yeah, if that had a better scope to match the capabilities of its barrel and its stock, I'd consider keeping it for longer range work. Of course I miss. Of course I fire one burst more than I need to. Spaz. Bunch of low capacity, high damage guns I've got. Cock, reload, cock. That's just not how it's done. And see, why are Vladov machine pistols level 10? But their sniper rifles are level 5. Are their sniper rifles level 5 for the same reason their machine guns are level 4? That's something I hope they fix in Borderlands Remastered. Because that has to be a programming oversight. It just has to be. Is that an explodey? No, it's not. It has a structurally superfluous scope. Let's see how it compares. It has barrel 3 and a type 2 cylinder. The structurally superfluous scope ruins it.
All right, boys, take him out. You scared?
Ugh. I hate these low quality parts. They're more tolerable on an explodey because its explodiness makes up for it. Forget it. Not even worth the effort. Screw loose strut.
Some meat, bro.
Why'd that take 2? That should have done the job with 1 shot. Rip off.
There's no escaping, Mark.
Make me miss twice.
Some bitches. Shoot 'em all.
Pretty good brick style revolver right there. Why'd that take 3 shots? I would have accepted 2. It shouldn't have taken 3. At that range with this gun, really? Please move! I knew that midget was about to go kamikaze. So of course that's exactly when I get stuck on scenery. That right there is a pretty decent S&S shotgun. Barrel 3. Quit making me miss. It's like everyone's using ancient grenades.
No getting away from us!
I'm really good at this.
How'd I screw that up? Because I was shooting from the hip. 80s hip fire is ineffectual. That was only 80s hip fire. Oh, that has the sights I like on a repeater. And I was only shooting from the hip because of the structurally superfluous chintzy magnifying lens of a scope. Even at very close range, it doesn't feel natural for me to shoot without aiming.
You better run! What are you? Scared? Or something?
Of course I screw that up. Don't know how I screwed that up. How the Explodey go nuts. Oh wait, I wasn't. I was supposed to walk away from that without looking at the explosion. Because cool people don't look at explosions. Maybe this, all this mining apparatus, I don't know which company built all this, but it's probably Dahl. Maybe that's why I'm thinking Jacobs. Should make miner-themed shields and a new stomper. Barrel 1, body 5, stock 1, sight 3. And it's purple and material 3. And it has, what is that thing? A recoil mitigator? Where's that other red chest? Is that over here? Did I open that already? I did. If only this had an 18-round mag. Two stompers at level 7 and 2 stompers at level 16. Keeping me well supplied. With one of my favorite weapon types. In the hands of the character who can get the most use out of it. That is, once you have high velocity. Gotta get a class mod.
Real doctor when you get my machines and their scary needles. A sniper without a sniper comm is just a guy with a gun. Find the comm that's right for you.
Purple, purple, blue. Purple, blue. Purple, blue. And 2 serviceable greens. Our gear is looking pretty good. So, nah. Had half a mind to check the Underdome shop. But I have 2 new weapons, and they're both good. What's the accuracy on 87.5? It's a little bit better than the usual Type 1 barrel because desert material type.
Pilot, get you rolling, man.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Combination kill.
Dead?
15 base fire rate. Didn't need to fire twice. See another level 5 Vlad. I've gotten so accustomed to missing because of the slow bullets. I think that's the reason why I have a tendency to fire at least one burst more than I need to. With a stomp. Stompers aren't, well, burst fire rifles in general aren't made for toe-to-toe close range. I don't have a mouse wheel. I used to have a keyboard with a mouse wheel on it. I need to get another one of those. So I can't scroll down to read this. Because you click on that arrow, nothing happens. Something else they need to fix in Borderlands Remastered. But I would predict that they won't because, oh, look at this. What's the point of not having a stock on a type of firearm that ought to have a stock? And it has the most accurate barrel. The most accurate barrel, and it has no stock. I forget what the genocide prefix means. Yeah, nothing special about that. Out of curiosity, let's see how this compares to mine. Yeah, they're about evenly matched. Barrel 3, stock 1, sight 2. So it has better parts, which make up for the slower fire rate, but it's a pump action. Or pump-actuated revolving single action, if you really want to call it that. And that description fits combat shotguns and pump sniper rifles. Kind of like a manually operated version of the Webley Fosbury, which is a semi-automatic revolver, which could also be described as an inertia-operated auto-charging single action.
Step right up.
Really? We're oh, so touchy. I predict there will be a single rip-off pistol in this red chest, as per typical. Stomped. Your phlegm barely does anything to me because of my Dahl shield. Also because I'm over leveled. I'm on the verge of hitting level 21. And 22 is a tier for SNS, Jacobs, Anshin, and Tedial. Fired one more burst than I should have because of slowness. Type 1 barrel, hence the serviceable but not spectacular accuracy. Still think burst fire rifles suck. They're just an acquired taste.
Really good at this.
Don't know why I fired an extra burst that time. If I recall, one of those skulls always gives me a hard time. There it is. Spaz. High power weapons that also have fairly decent mid-range accuracy. Thanks to a combination of manufacturer and parts. Explodey go nuts just for fun. Oh, and look, the 3 Dahl guns I have equipped are all the material types except for the substandard, whatchamacallit, the bad, because every manufacturer has a bad material. Level 5 Vlad. I'd hate to think that someone who was doing a flat-off Allegiance run, of course they have to forego machine guns. Once they hit level, they don't have to, but once you hit level 10, level 4 machine guns become useless. You have to wait till level 19, but you have to wait till some point to get your mitts on a level 19 machine gun. So it skips over the level 10 tier for no reason. I'm guessing a programming oversight. But why does it have to be that way with sniper rifles too also as well? Vlad guns that do occur at level 10, as they should, are repeaters, machine pistols, and shotguns. For some reason, their launchers occur at level 9. Thanks for the example. But even still, 9 is better than 4. How did I screw that up? Nice fast reload.
Hey, don't be shy now. Come on, catch a ride. Catch a ride.
What am I stuck on? Nothing. I could have just teleported to vehicle 2. Why did I jump out the wrong side again? My complaints are legit. Not arbitrary. Always legit.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles? Encounter enough beasties out there, and you'll be happy you bought from the rest. The best defense is not a good offense, it's a good defense. So get yourself a shield.
So yeah, a Vladov player would be kind of screwed. They'd be limited in effective gear until they reached a certain.
Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood. Get your man
Until they reach level 19.
The Crimson Lance got nothing on my weapon. Torque combines good damage, high fire rate, and recoil reduction.
Barrel 5,
Lethal weapon.
right there. Grievous. Sure is Grievous with barrel 1. Let's see if it skips.
Atlas spares no
Yep.
expense in making guns that excel in every area.
Level 10 Vlad shotgun. So you've got shotguns covered for level 10 Vlad.
Your grenade should do more than just explode. Customize your grenade. If you need healing, step right up.
Time to level up. Remember the level up chapter from the original Half-Life? Or is it power up? Yeah, that's what it's called, power up. That's the chapter where you fight the Garg, which is a nickname for the Gargantua.
But check me out. Still hasn't come out the vault. Get down.
Is there no end to my power?
Yeah, this. And then the next, of course, will be high velocity. So by the time I'm able to use level 34 stompers, I should have enough skill points in high velocity
Oh, come on now. Come on, everybody. Check
to make them ultra awesome. the reason I mentioned the once again under-leveled rewards for missions. The reason I mentioned the Vladov stuff is because, well, what if somebody wanted to do a solo Vladov Allegiance run? They wouldn't have a very good time. I'll save going to the Dahl-Gone Headland for the next episode, because I want to see if I can do the entire Dahl-Gone Headland all in one take, like I did for my Morty. Freezing up again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Dahl-Gone Headland all in one take, just like I did for my Let's Play as Morty, my Morty LP, my Lima Papa. Where'd you come from? Love the Stomper. All it needs is an 18-round mag. Type 1 barrel, I can deal with that. The Type 5 body makes up for it. Type 1 stock, I can deal with that. It's worthy enough of this particular scope, which I think is a Type 3. I'll check the shops before I call it for this episode. Weapons are good, so I'm prioritizing class mods that I can actually use. Jumped out the wrong side again. Has something to do with, I think, the area of the map you're on when you jump out of your vehicle. But still, there's apparently no logic to it. Firefly? Exactly what I wanted. I mean, Mercenary is great, and actually Mercenary is what I'll probably be getting the most use out of later on when I find a Mercenary class mod with ammo regen. But given the choice between Firefly and Merc that doesn't have ammo regen, I think I would rather go Firefly. Didn't I predict that Firefly would be the first class mod I would find that I could actually use? Not bad, not bad. Getting better all the time. Oh, is that a 3-line blue? Spark and Diva. not changing my skills to match my class mod. I'll take what I've got as is in that regard.
Get out of here.
Did I forget to open this red chest? It won't have anything good in it anyway. A level 5 flat-off sniper rifle. Ugh. 2 level 5 flat-off sniper.
Jacob stands to one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
There's a masher sand scope as it ought to be, but it's built from basic parts. Type 1 barrel. I could still work with it if I didn't already have what I have. Of course, I'm not going to swap out what I have for that. Instead of doing what I usually do and going back to my Underdome base camp to call it for this episode, I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go down here to the end of this Quicksilver Highway. See what I did there? Actually, that reference would have only fit if I had my Quicksilver skill. I'm going to call it, well, I said I would call it all the way down there, but right here is about the same thing. And then start the next episode. So, catch you on the flip side, and see you in the Dahl-Gone Headlands. Slabs.